Many believers live with a constant internal friction. They are told they have been justified before God, yet they wake up feeling the weight of worldly habits, anxiety, and distorted desires. Modern religious circles often try to resolve this by prescribing behavioral reform. The message is that you must clean yourself up to maintain your standing. But behavior modification treats the symptom rather than the source. To see how the human mind is actually healed, we have to look past personal morality and trace the history of the universe. Biblical history moves through 6 distinct epochs. It begins with the wholeness of creation, followed by the fall, a catastrophe that structurally warped human perception. The third epoch, Leviticus, introduced a system of ritual boundaries to manage this corruption. This means your daily spiritual struggles are part of a larger structural reclamation. You are witnessing the Spirit's work of repairing a universe that was broken at its foundation. Under the Levitical system, the world was divided. These rigid boundary lines separated the clean from the unclean, marking a structural barrier between humanity and the sanctuary. In this era, purification required human effort. You had to physically wash and sacrifice to bridge the gap and approach the presence of God. Epoch 4 changes the physics of holiness. When Christ arrives, the boundary lines dissolve. Instead of the unclean defiling the holy touches the unclean and consumes the defilement. This is the logic of consecration, or hagios. In the New Testament, holiness is a matter of ownership. Like an altar set apart for the temple, you are holy because you have been claimed by Christ. This union operates in the aorist tense, a completed historical event. This is the once-for-all bath that shatters our covenantal uncleanness and removes the structural barrier to God's throne. Because of this positional transfer, the believer is designated as holy ground. The legal state of exclusion is over. But if that legal barrier is gone, why do our minds and desires still feel so fractured? We have to distinguish between 2 realities in Epoch 5. On the left is covenant uncleanness, which is settled. On the right is existential defilement, the psychological dust we gather by walking through a fallen creation. Jesus illustrated this in the upper room. He told Peter that one who has bathed only needs to wash his feet. The bath is your secure union with Christ. The foot washing is the ongoing cleansing of your relational fellowship. We see this transition in the miracle of the woman with the flow of blood. When she was healed, her physical ritual uncleanness ceased in an instant. However, if she had entered the church after Pentecost, her physical healing would only be the beginning. After years of isolation, her memories and her sense of identity would still require a progressive restoration. This is the work of the Spirit today. The Word of God acts as a cognitive solvent, rinsing away the worldly patterns and distorted perceptions that remain from the old creation. Even the Lord's table serves as a counterweight to the fall. Where Adam consumed the forbidden fruit and brought decreation, the table allows us to participate in the life of Christ, reordering our desires. Sanctification is the Spirit's progressive foot washing. It is the mechanism that slowly repairs the psychological scars left by Adam. This framework corrects the idea that we must transform our character to earn God's presence. In the New Covenant, participation precedes transformation. A branch produces fruit because it is already grafted into the vine. The life of the new creation flows into the believer first, and change is the natural result of that connection. This leads to the 6th epoch, resurrection. By applying Christ's life to your current memories and habits, the Spirit is establishing the first outpost of that future cosmos within your own consciousness. Every time a distorted perception is healed, or a disordered love is reordered, the ruins of Adam are being replaced by the image of God. You are experiencing the first fruits of a restored universe.